Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be, I guess, like an update of what's happening now with me. I know I've done some videos on finding a new deity, and I am still learning about the god Thoth, the Egyptian god. And I'm pretty sure at some point I might do a video on him, an informative video on him, like I did one for Isis and I did one for Ganesh a long time ago. And so I'm still working with connecting with him. However, lately, I'm going to say like the past 2 months, it's been a little difficult, mainly because a lot of us have been sick in the house. Actually, everybody in the house has been sick since February. So it started with my youngest. She was only, I don't even think she might have just made 3 months at the time, and she got sick. And we had to take her to the doctor, and they had to put her on breathing treatments and everything. So she was at daycare for 1 whole week, and then she got sick, and then I had to stay home with her for a week. And then right after that, my older daughter got sick, and I had to stay home with her. Although it was different, she had like a little bug, a stomach bug, so she was throwing up quite a bit in the morning, and back and forth to the bathroom. So I had to stay home with her. Let's see, and then I got sick, so I had to take care of 2 sick kids. My husband got sick, and my stepson got sick, and it's different when it's the guy that gets sick. It's a 2-parent household, but I don't know what it is. If the mom gets sick, she still has to keep on going. She still got to make moves, Still got to try to do. I'm not saying he didn't help. He was amazing. While I was sick, he was cooking dinner, and well, he's always the cleaner of the family. My forte is in the kitchen. His is cleaning up house. So not that we don't share responsibilities, but that's his main thing, is cleaning the house, and mine is cooking. So while I was sick, he did help out a lot with cooking dinner. The one thing I don't like about him cooking dinner, though, is he cooks what I call man food. So there's little to no vegetable. Actually, there's no vegetables, unless it's something like I don't know. Like if it's tacos, he wants a salad. More often than not, he'll make like taco salad. But other than that, there's no vegetables in his food at all. Like, he and vegetables are strangers when he cooks. So, but he helped out with that. And while he was sick, I had to pick up on the cleaning house and everything. And we've been, I've had to adjust to going back to work and not spending as much time with my kids, which I've always said I could never be a stay-at-home mom because I would get bored, and I know that's true, even still, but I do miss being at home with my kids. I still want, like, my youngest, if I were to be a stay-at-home mom, I would still want my youngest in daycare, because I feel that my older daughter flourished in daycare, in the school that she went to. I really and truly believe it prepared her for kindergarten. As the kids get older in there, because they take kids from up to 12 weeks, or just under 12 weeks, maybe 10 weeks is the earliest they'll take a child. So they move from that setting, that free play setting, from there and in toddlers, and as they progress on, it's more of a classroom setting. More structured time. They still have that free play and nap and everything, but the time is a bit more structured, and I really felt that transition really helped her, and I would love my youngest to do the same. But daycare costs a lot. And the daycare that I have them at, they got rid of their sibling program where you would get a 30% discount with if you had more than one child there. Well, they got rid of that, so I'm paying our full price, because they do on a sliding scale based upon your pay. But the we're pretty much like third from the top of the highest pay scale. So, but so we're still paying a lot. Like, I pay for childcare, so childcare is pretty much my entire check. So my husband's had to pick up on paying for groceries, because that's what I did, groceries and childcare, and he paid like everything else because he makes pretty much more than twice than I do. But with house and car and all this other stuff, there's all these other bills. So, but it's really windy out. We've been having some hellish weather here. Yesterday was freezing rain, and but anyways, so what I intend to do is I'm going to try to supplement our income. So as a hobby, I made jewelry. I really haven't made jewelry in quite some time because I had started with like getting into scrapbooking and journaling, like creative journaling and things like that. So the jewelry making kind of weighed on the back burner. So it's been a long time since I've made anything. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating again jewelry, and I'm going to open up an Etsy shop when I feel I have enough to post up. And well, my intent, I guess, is hopefully it'll flourish into an actual thriving business, which would be great. I mean, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom in the sense that I'm at home, I'm here for my kids when they get out of school. My older daughter can just come straight home, as opposed to having to go to the before and after care, which would then cut on part of that expense too, because I would be home and I can just get her at the bus stop, because they come into our complex, the school bus. And I'm going to be learning how to drive, because I'm from New York. I don't need to know how to drive in New York, but out here it's a bit more essential. So my husband's going to teach me to drive, and with a car I'll be able to do more. And I would love to get my daughter, and as she gets a little older, into a lot of activities after school, because she's a very active child and she loved taking ballet during the summer. So I'm hoping I can squirrel away enough money so she can take ballet again. Through where I work at a university, and they offer these summer programs for children, and they actually do throughout the school year too. They do have ballet during the school year, but that'll be a bit more difficult to get her to, with my husband and I working, and even if I was driving, it would just be too much to get her there, but I still have to pick up the baby from the daycare, and so that would be too much. But during the summer it would be great, because it's just on Saturdays, and she absolutely loved it, and she would like to go again. And they offer other dance classes, and they offer other summer activities too, other summer programs. And when they get older, there's more educational ones, like they have a math camp, science camp, and a bunch of other things. So they even have theater for kids like her age. So she would love all of that. So I would like to be able to have her in some activity after school, maybe through her school, or I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. I know my friend, she takes her daughter to this dance studio. She homeschools, and so her daughter takes dance classes through this dance studio, which is slightly more than what I would have to pay through my job, but but yeah, I would love to be able to offer all of that to them. And I feel, being a stay-at-home mom, I would be able to put more time into that, and put more time and energy into growing my business. But at the same time, I don't want to quit now, because there's no business. And I'm pretty much would like there to, if I can see I'm having steady growth or something like that, that would be great. So, and when I do open up shop, I'll do a video on it, letting everyone know or something. And I was thinking of doing like maybe like some kind of opening discount, or if I open during a holiday, I don't know. I'm just there's a bunch of thoughts in my head that I'm putting pen to paper. So I'm actually planning it out step by step. And I've been talking to my mom about it because she has her own small business. She worked for the courts in New York, but she has her own small business because she's very artistic, always have been. And at one point she even went to college for fashion design. But then she wound up switching to computer programming, but the computer programming she learned is totally different than what they use now. You know, that was back in the 80s. That's when they were using like these, I think it was like punch cards or whatever to program computers. Totally different than now, you know. So, but that's my hope. Also, I've been thinking more of my goals for this year, and some of the things I think I also want to learn is I want to learn about the Tree of Life, and I want to learn more about the Akashic Records. I've been watching some videos on it, and it really seems interesting to me. Even learning, as I mentioned, I was learning about Cometicism, and in learning about that, a lot of times they talk about the Akashic Records as well. And I believe they even say, who is it? Is it Anubis? Anubis, maybe? Is the keeper of the Akashic Records or something like that. You know, I could be misquoting, but I just find it very fascinating. So that's something else I would like to learn about this year, to start learning. But my biggest thing I need to do is focus on something, because I tend to get scattered. I tend to be like everywhere, like oh, I'm gonna learn about this and learn about this, and then so I start and I delve in to all these different things, and sometimes I don't finish, you know. I don't get I start learning about all this stuff and it's really interesting, then you know, it's so much information, you get overwhelmed and everything. So I need to focus more, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm setting up 2 planners now, one for my family, home and family, and one for business stuff, business work related stuff. So what I'm going to do is focus on that, planning out things, and then sticking to that plan, because I have a nasty habit of not sticking to plans either. So that's something I have to work on, and hopefully that's something I'll get through with the shadow work, which that process has slowed down to, again, because of all of us being sick and having to take care of my family and everything. It's hard, you know. And also, I never finished my college degree. I was like pretty much at the finish line before I moved out here to be with my husband, and so I never got to finish. So that's another goal of mine, but it's a further down the road goal. I intend to go for that after my youngest starts kindergarten, because then I'm not putting out so much for childcare. I only have to worry about paying for before and after care. Or it'd be great in the 5 years time that I'm making money off of this business, this home business, that I could be a stay-at-home mom, in which case I wouldn't have to worry about before and after care, because again, they can take the school bus from here. So that'll be amazing as well. And you know, talking about it, I really didn't give it that much thought until just now about the before and after care and having to pay for that. You know, because I would be home, you know, so I would only have to worry about the youngest. She's the highest amount, obviously, because she's all day care. Just found out today my stepson is going back to school. He took this semester off, and we were really concerned that he would get complacent, because he works at a fast food store now. You know, he just fresh out of high school. He took 1 semester in college where I work at, so he gets a discounted fee. But you know, he didn't do too good. He only took 2 classes. He didn't do too well that first semester. You know, he's 18. He's a guy. So he knows everything, and we're just, you're just annoying me, you're trying to rule my life, and you're trying, annoy me and tell me what to do. And that's not what it is, but that's how it seems. And I remember being a teen, so. But today he spoke to his advisor, and he signed up for a summer course. So I'm hoping this is him getting back on track with that, because he has such amazing talent, and he doesn't know what he wants to do. My husband and I thinks he really needs to get into the arts. He's great at taking photos, photography. He is excellent at, one, he can capture children. He is good enough to get their attention and to take amazing pictures of them. But he also, like nature pictures, he has a wonderful eye for nature pictures, for capturing a scene. And I think he would be amazing at that. Also, artistically, he is great at drawing. Yeah, it's totally different if you go to school for art, and there's a lot more you have to learn. It's a lot deeper of a thing, when I was in college, my roommate was an art major, and I saw what it takes and what you have to do to be an artist. But he has such amazing potential. He's very bright. His only downfall is if he's not interested, he's not trying to study, not trying to learn, he procrastinates a great deal. But I know he can be anything. He has that potential. So, we're hoping that this him starting back is a step in the right direction for him. So, but I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to start getting back into really working with my shadow work right now. Everybody else is doing well, health-wise and everything. And I just had to have a procedure done yesterday, so I had to stay home from work today to recover. I've been in a lot of pain the last few days, and I went to the doctor the day before yesterday, and they said I had to go to a specialist, and they got me in yesterday to see the specialist, and I had a brief little in-office procedure done, and I'm still in pain, but it has helped immensely. It's nothing like I couldn't move. I hurt so much. I was just crying all day. So, but I'm getting on the mend with that too. So I'm hoping, I can now really focus on this business, focus on my shadow work, and all the things that I want to do. So that's basically it. So thanks for watching. Blessed be.